In this video, we'll examine the DELL PowerEdge R450. At the time of recording, Dell continues to offer these units. The specific server featured here is covered by Dell's warranty, but it was diagnosed with a failed motherboard. Prior to this model, Dell had the DELL PowerEdge R440. Notably, the R450 supports newer Xeon CPUs from generations 3 and 4, and it differs significantly from the DELL R440. We received a replacement motherboard from Dell. The replacement motherboard arrives in 3 distinct boxes, one containing the motherboard, another is the TPM unit, and the last one contained the right ear. When replacing the motherboard, the new TPM is required because the old one cannot be reprogrammed. While we're not entirely sure why the right ear was sent to us, we suspect it involves motherboard programming. If you have any insights, feel free to share why Dell sends a right ear for replacement. Dell ships the motherboard by screwing it into a metal frame. This method ensures easy replacement and minimizes the risk of damage to the motherboard. Typically, replacing server motherboard is a straightforward process and can be completed in approximately 45 minutes. At Hulk Systems, we charge $125 for motherboard replacements. We removed the motherboard from the box, and this is how it appears. Both CPUs are covered by plastic shields to protect the pins. The blue tabs facilitate the removal and installation of the motherboard. Simply pull up on the blue pin and slide the motherboard into place. We removed the cover and are now ready to replace the motherboard. Begin by removing the heatsink, CPU, memory, and network daughter card. Once all components have been removed, disconnect all the wires. We disconnected all the wires and removed all the components. To remove the motherboard, pull on the blue pin and slide it toward the front of the server. Once in this position, lift up the motherboard and remove it from the server. We removed the motherboard along with the metal plate. The design is excellent and significantly speeds up motherboard installation because we didn't need to remove any screws. We reinstalled the motherboard and network daughter card. The installation procedure mirrors the removal process. Align the motherboard, pull on the blue tabs, and slide the motherboard toward the back of the server. Our next steps involves installing the CPU, memory, and replacing the right ear of the server. We installed the CPU and memory and also reconnected all the wires. For testing purposes, we're using only one memory stick. The installation of the TPM is straightforward. Align the pins and push down the TPM unit until it clicks into place. No need to remove any screws during installation. As for the right ear of the server, it's secured by 2 screws, making the procedure relatively simple. Upon powering on the server, you'll encounter the following initial message. It's highly probable that this message appears due to the installation of the new TPM unit. The motherboard replacement has been successfully completed, and the system has powered up. Upon the initial boot with a new motherboard, the system will enter configuration mode. You must complete this configuration process, and once done, your system will be ready for use. Let us know if you like the video or would like us to create any other videos.
Built a